What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Black Sheep Family and Autism. My name is Nicole. If you're new here, and if you're new here, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Be down to gang. I just took Jack back in this room, but on the other video, yeah, I should have seen him. I don't know how I'm gonna upload it, but yeah, I'm pre-filming so that you guys can have content. Why do whatever else I gotta do for the rest of the week while I make more content. Don't forget to subscribe to Jay's Place TV, which that is my husband's channel. His channel will be linked down in the description. If you stay for the end of the video, you can just press his channel and it'll take you directly to his channel. My husband do a lot of CBD videos and fishing, but he do a lot of CBD reviews, yeah. So if you wondering about CBD, normally he has the answer over there on his channel. Yeah, watch the next two videos, and if you're here, you might as well subscribe it. I'm just saying, you here for something, some type of tea. But anyway, like I said on the last video about the daycare, my nail just popped all the way off. Hater. Like I said on the last video, I will be doing a lot more updates, like within real time or whatever. I will say that the meeting with him, the first one happened probably a month ago, like in January sometime, and the other one happened, well, the first one happened at the end of December, I think, and then we had a second one in January. So if you guys watched the first video about Pediatric Plus and my experience that we are having, like far as a family, far as with Jaxon and Julian both going there and stuff like that, Jaxon class, Jaxon room, it's been a great experience or whatever. Haven't had the teachers, every last one of those teachers are cool. Like from the older lady that worked in there when Julian first went to the daycare, when it was up under a different umbrella with a different name, with different owners. The same lady that was in Julian class when he was around this age is still in there. She's cool. It's a black girl in there that's cool. I think it's a Chinese or Asian lady, I don't know. She cool. It's a white lady in there. They're cool. If I ask her, she's cool. If I ask anything to do with anything with my child, or just ask a regular normal question that somebody will ask, in which I really don't, I'm not the parent that's really gonna bother you if I just really don't mess with them. I speak to them in the morning and that's about it. If I have a question, they will answer it or whatever. Two of them will answer it at a time, or they ask each other for help. I never really just had a problem with them. They're not rude at all. They always speak. They always tell you have a good day. They always tell Jaxon bye. They always tell Jaxon good morning. They speak to me. It normally be normal. I don't know, it just normally be normal. If they don't speak, it's because they busy and they saying you come in or something like that. But 95% of the time they speak and they're real friendly. Yeah, I seen with the last incident that happened with Julian, as far as with that teacher hollering and screaming at him. I will say that we have seen that teacher maybe 5 times since that happened. We spoke to the person that's over the director, because y'all know the director is rude. She's real cut and dry. She's really a jerk and rude. And now I will say, after speaking with the person above her, and he had her in there, I was really telling him what's been going on, what I didn't like and my problems in there. Because these don't be problems when Jay's there, it always be problems when I'm here. So I was telling him about the issue that I have with her, because he was like, I understand that. Let me just say this. I was telling him about the issues that was going on with him. Within the first 5-10 minutes, he was already like a breath of fresh air. It wasn't like it was with the director. When I'm telling him what was going on with my child and what I feel like this and I feel like that's going on, or I seen this person grazed me with hit me with a backpack and grazed my son with the backpack. Didn't say excuse me, couldn't just tell me excuse me, couldn't just tell my son excuse me. None of that. Like, so to me, you did it on purpose, because I mean, when I sit here and hit somebody with a backpack, you feel it. So you hit them. Like, and that's just what I would do. I'm not gonna say to the extent of if she knew that it grazed Julian or not, because she probably didn't, but she knows she hit me. And when I was telling him about that, he was like, well, it was investigated and stuff like that. It was more like a conversation. It wasn't just like, oh, well, what the fuck ever, whatever you're talking about. I don't care. That's the type of attitude that the director have. So I don't like the director. I will sit here and say, after I spoke to, I'm trying to do this video without saying his name, but he real cool. I don't have no problem. I ain't gonna say that he always gonna be cool, but so far, like with the first visit, the first impression, he sounded like he was gonna do something. Now I will sit here and say, when I called to talk to the person that was over her, I was like, I have an issue, and I was like, this is the second thing that happened with less than a month. Like, I'm tired of this particular teacher or whatever. And he was like, well, I can assure you that there's no abuse, there's no verbal abuse. And like, that had already, I ain't gonna stop pissing me off, because to me, I know with the new allegation that I'm talking about, you haven't even fucking researched it. So how you gonna tell me that it's none of this going on, and it's just all made up, and it just came from Never Never Land? Like, I didn't make this up from Never Never Land. I know what I heard. So, but what he did do was schedule a visit with me, Dad, and the director, and I guess she has to be there for protocol. I don't like her, so I just don't even talk to her. Like, anything that she asks me, I just don't even answer, because you're only being nice now because after the first incident and with the first meeting, how the first meeting went, he probably said something to her more than likely and was like, dude, you need to fix this, or you need to be more professional, or something he probably told her. I doubt he wrote her up. I doubt she got anything other than talking to, like, a verbal warning or something like that. So now she's nice, but now you're only nice because someone make you be nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you're really professional. It's not like that you're really nice and you're just this outgoing person. You're really a bitch, and she has been one since we first was enrolling our child into this school. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to her in a minute. With this particular, I'm gonna call him a GM. I'm just gonna say the GM, because I don't know what he is, what his actual title is. I just know he's over the director. So I'm gonna call him the GM. Normally, who's over, they have multiple, this daycare, Pediatric Plus in Arkansas, has 6 locations, and they have one in Texas, but they have 6 in Arkansas. This daycare, like I said in our first video, Carter and Crystal went to this daycare way back when Pediatric Plus was on Cantrell, they was on Cantrell, like right before Cantrell turns into dang near Chanel, like way out there. She was in, it was on Ranch Drive or Ranch Circle or Ranch something, but it was a white building with a green top. If you're from Arkansas, down there by the AT&T Coliseum, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But this been over 7 or 8 years ago, dang near probably 10 years ago, since Carter and Crystal been to that daycare. But I knew the owner and I knew the director, and she was always nice. I knew them before they started remodeling their playgrounds and all that stuff. So I didn't think it would be this type of daycare as of yet. You know what I'm saying? So we talked to the GM, my bad. We talked to the GM, and when me and Dad get there, like, I just thought that it was gonna be totally different, but no, it wasn't like building bridges. It was like, what's going on? I will say with this particular person, I honestly feel like he actually liked his job. He actually liked kids. He actually liked helping people. He just was a breath of fresh air as far as with somebody that's in a position that actually cares about their job. To me, he's not doing the job just for a check. He's doing the job because he liked to make a difference, and he liked helping families type of person. He's not like, I'm just here to get a check, or I'm just here because I got a guaranteed position type stuff. A little bit about him. He's a white male. He's probably around J age, in his late 30s, mid 40s, somewhere in there within that 10-year. I'd say in between the ages of 35 to 45. He seems cool or whatever. He has 4 daughters. He has foster kids. He has done missionary work. People that do stuff like this, and now he's like running a daycare, and I think he still have foster kids, or he have had foster kids. I don't know. I know he said he had 4 girls, and I don't know if all of them his biological kids, or if they had 2 and 2 of them foster kids. I don't know. But the fact that you want to help kids like that enough to open them up, you want to help kids enough to where you want to open up your own home. Not only that, you have done missionary work. I know some missionary people get paid, some people don't. Some people actually do it at the kindness of their heart. And then now you're like running a daycare. So you actually like kids, and you can tell because he's more passionate about it. As him being a parent, as we were explaining what was going on, our issues with the daycare, why we didn't like this, why I don't like this person, or why we're having an issue, and why we're even here today, he understood. It was more like a conversation with him, and it wasn't like Yeah, okay, so yeah, like, did you see that happen? Like, I'm telling y'all, this director of the daycare, she sound like a whole she sound like Kim Kardashian. You know how Kim Kardashian be on her phone and she be like, yeah, 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 like, that's how she sound like when I had my issue with this particular person hitting my child, so hitting me and my child. So I just would never like you, because you're only going to be nice because you know that your supervisor is going to be like, okay, now I'm gonna write you up type stuff. So, and then eventually you're gonna lose your job. So you're being nice because you have feel like your job is on the line. That's the only reason you're being nice. And I say that to date back when we let's see, when we first toured the school, because this Pediatric Plus advertises that they have a autism room, they advertise that they have ABA, they advertise all it, and that's why it's like, yeah, okay, so they still good from back when Carter and Crystal went there. I don't think nothing of it. Like, I don't like the enrollment process, and like I said, these videos will be at the end of this video. You can click them and watch them to catch up, because I'm not gonna do a lot of detail in that. So, but they advertise it. They don't say that they are at select locations on a brochure. They say that they have this type of stuff. When you try to look for ABA therapy, Pediatric Plus is one of the people that's on the list in the state of Arkansas that have these therapies. So I would assume that that's going on even at Pediatric Plus. So when I asked about the ABA, and I asked about when I asked about ABA, and I asked about the autism room, because the autism class is like a class of like 8 to 10 students or whatever, and they all have their own ABA therapists with them on top of getting a therapy, on top of being in a class. So it's more structured for kids with autism in that class. The class is supposed to be sensory friendly. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to, like, if y'all don't know, I have ADHD, so I be thinking faster than what my mouth speaks, so sometimes, so yeah, my bad. But yeah, that class is supposed to have all that. So when we went to Sherwood location supposed to have it, but they were full, because that was the daycare that we was initially gonna send them to, was the Sherwood location, because it's like 5 minutes from my house. And they said the only people that have it, that class was full, and they said the only people that have it like that is Conway and Little Rock, and they're full or whatever. And Marmel had just opened. So now y'all remember, we asked her when we first enrolled him in this school, well, when they first was like, well, we don't have room in Sherwood, but we have room at this location. We asked her, like, hey, are y'all gonna have this, and are y'all gonna have it? She sat there, she rolled her eyes, and she was like, well, we don't have it, and we're not gonna get it. Period, point blank, is what she told us. After speaking to the GM, which is something that we didn't know, and this is like our first visit went fine. Like, I can tell that he actually did talk to the people, and he did tell us with the first visit that he don't know how they would be able to move her around, but that is an option. And he don't know how he'll be able to move Julian around, but he really didn't want to move Julian, but they really don't want to move the teachers either, because the kids are used to the teachers, so if they put somebody new in there, they don't know how that's going to work or whatever. They end up putting somebody new in there, I think, and Jay had went in there, because Jay was here or whatever for 2 weeks, and he was going there for 2 weeks, and he didn't even see the particular staff member that I'm talking about. And then when we did see her, it was like maybe 5 times, I would say. I don't even see her no more either. They put a black lady in there, and I don't know if they put a black lady in there because we thought that we would be more comfortable with her, but I mean, I didn't care if she was blue. Like, I just wanted somebody that's not gonna sit here and scream at my child or hit me with a backpack and not even say excuse me, or just even let me know that I'm in your way. So with her, I really haven't had no issues. I would sit here and say, far as with the class, 2 of them speak and talk to you. Sometimes they talk to you. This class is like, to me, a hit and miss with all the staff. Like, sometimes they speak and they be like, hey. Sometimes they help, and like they send you with Jaxon, because Jaxon go to the same class, and I will normally go take Jaxon to class because Julian will go in Jaxon class, not want to leave and fall out type stuff. Or when I get Julian to the door, well, in the evening, Julian don't want to go in Jaxon class and not want to leave and be falling out, so I just go get Jaxon first, and then I come get Julian. But in the morning time, I can't take Julian to class first, because when he gets to the door, he's gonna just automatically fall out, and it's gonna be looking like I'm dragging and pulling him and all kinds of other stuff. So I just take him with me to drop Jaxon off in the morning. Either which way it go, I take Jaxon first, because I have to pick up Julian and hold Julian and take him into the class. That's the only way that he don't be at the door falling out, and I have to hold Jaxon, all that. It's like a whole circus show, y'all. That's the only way that it works that way. I have to drop Jaxon off first. But normally when I go get Jaxon, one of the teachers will normally put on his code. She'll put on Julian code and just automatically have him ready in the backpack, because they know that I have Jaxon. Like, sometimes they do that and sometimes they don't do that. I would rather them do it so that I could just sign them out and go and be on about my business or whatever. Like, and you know, I talk to them about whatever Julian need, and they do tell me, like, at least two of them, well, all of them do, like the black lady and two white ladies, that tell me, like, hey, he peed today, he peed out his outfit, or he just threw juice on him and they had to change his clothes, this, that, and third. They're not just rude, but they're not just nice. They're not like Jaxon class, but I also know that everybody has their own type of personality. But that particular teacher, I don't see her in there. But back on to what I was going to say about the ABA. Like I said, the director, because that was the main reason and why we even chose Pediatric Plus, because the DDC, which is the Developmental Center, when Julian got his diagnosis, recommended that place. And I didn't have no problem going there because Carter and Crystal went there and they were good at the time before she got big. She just flat out told us no. She had an attitude like, why are y'all even asking about this, whatever. Like, she's a straight fucking bitch. Like, from the beginning to the fucking, until we actually spoke to the DM over her, the GM, DM, whatever, until we spoke to the manager over her, she was a straight fucking bitch. Like, pure point blank clear. Like, she'd be nice over the phone because you know that's a recording. If you're rude on a recording, I could go take this back to your supervisor and play it and be like, dude, this bitch rude. So you would be nice and fake over the phone, but you're in person a straight up fucking bitch. And it just is what it is, poo. I will say 90% of the staff are not like that, but the ones that are like that, it's like, why the fuck do you even work in childcare? I don't understand that. When we spoke to the GM, I be wanting to say his name because I'm not used to having to abbreviate people's stuff. But when we spoke to the GM, which is the man that has the kids that's actually cool or whatever, he told us this last time that we went to visit, he was telling us how they are getting an autism room. It should be open up in February. This is February the 2nd. In case y'all don't know, film is February 2nd, 2020, and it's like 22, 22, and then you go backwards and it's still the same. It's been 9 years since the date have actually been like that in the last. It's been 9 years since you could actually look at a date forward the same way and backwards the same way, if y'all get what I'm saying. Dope. So I just had to record videos today just so I could throw that up in a video. But he told us that the autism room will be ready sometime in mid-February or the end of February. So he's hoping that that staff member or whatever, and basically Julian be moving to a new class, and he's hoping that that be better. Somebody trying to solve the problem, right? Then we asked about the ABA. We don't even have to ask him stuff. He know our concerns with this daycare. So he was like, and we will have ABA. He was like, it's looking like, you know, April or May or something like that. He said March or May, somewhere in there, but right before the summer sounds like they will be having ABA therapists and stuff like that. He told us that they'll be started, but Julian will be an artist. I mean, he will be able to go over there. He is like on the top of the list. He's the first kid to go in that classroom. So yeah, the DM, GM, whatever you want to call him, the district manager, you could call him, or the general manager, whatever. The person that's over this director at this daycare, when I sit here and say why, like, I'm glad that he's in a position, because obviously that position pays more than just the actual daycare manager if he's like over multiple daycares. When I sit here and say that like, that dude is cool as hell. Like, and y'all know with this daycare, he actually act like and sound like he don't want us to take our kids out the daycare. He was in here like, it sounded like that y'all don't even trust this daycare at all. And he was like, I know I have 4 kids. I wouldn't want to leave my kids in a daycare with people that I don't trust. Like, he just is all around cool. It's not like he ain't a jerk, he ain't like a bitch. Like a lot of dudes that have positions like this, they be just as worse as the females. They act worse than these women out here, but he is not like that. So yeah, I don't know how he doing it, but he got 4 daughters, y'all, and he got a wife, so he just in the household with 5 women. It's just him, but he actually is cool, and I think he understands our concern with our kids. I will say so far, like with the last visit, like I told him, I mean, he knows that I don't like the director of that daycare, and I don't like this particular staff. I don't trust this particular staff, and he knows that. So it's no point in me revisiting that with him, because we haven't even really been seeing that particular person inside the center anyway. Well, not inside the center, but inside of Julian class or whatever. Also, what I was gonna say about this daycare is I have a friend that said that her child went to 3 different locations. I don't know how true it is, but she said all of them locations talk to them kids crazy. And then she used to work for DHS, so she was like, all of them locations talk to the kids crazy. All of them locations let the kids eat off the floor and be screaming at them. I don't know how true it is. So basically, she was saying all the locations do verbal abuse, and all of the locations let the kids eat off the floor, like basically like they're animals type stuff. I haven't seen it. I will say the thing that I don't like about, also another problem of mine was, it's a keypad that you have to, it don't work for even the parents after like 8:30, after 8:30 from like 4. It don't work for that's the only time that you can get in. Like throughout the day, if you want to go check on your kid, like it's somebody at the front desk that have to let you in to check on your kid. I don't like that. And he was explaining, and this is the part where the DM act like he was kind of irritated with it, but then he did explain it to Jay, even though we both were standing there. But I say that he explained it to Jay because he was looking at Jay like he was mad at me, because I'm like, nigga, that's stupid, which to me it is stupid. And his explanation for that was, well, people have been going to just snatch up kids at our daycare that's going through custody stuff, or they have grandma or grandpa on the list, and they are like taking the kids out. Don't nobody know where the kids at, so they just let you go in between this time and that time, which it kind of makes sense, but it don't. And then you don't even normally have the same front desk person. The front desk person, I knew her since Carter and Crystal went to Pathfinders. I knew her since Julian went to Hand in Hand. Like, she's been in childcare, like front desk office type of stuff for a while. She used to be a coordinator, and she don't be up there. He was like, sometimes she be up there doing paperwork, so they don't know who come in there. And it's like, if y'all don't even know the parents, why are y'all leaving up here? And then Jay will go up there, he'll try to put his code in, and a person will be like, well, what she say? Well, it don't work after 3:30. After 3:30, it does not work. Well, if somebody went in here and tried to put in their code, you know that they have a code to go get their kid. So why are you just looking at somebody stupid? Like, that's dumb as hell. Like, hey, I'm finna go get my kid. And for somebody to be like, oh, well, who are you? For me, it's still stupid, because to me it's still stupid. Like, to me, y'all be having stuff high. And like I said, with the second visit, the second meeting with this particular person, what can I say? I noticed that when we came up there, somebody had called and been like, and asked the front desk lady something, and the lady was like, well, nah, they up here to have a meeting with the DM. And I was just like, why the fuck are y'all even calling, checking up to see what we're doing anyway? Like, so to me, y'all just sit here and hold people up at the fronts and make them sign in and want to do all, well, they don't make you sign in, but they sit here and look at you. The DM was like, they might want to look at your ID and stuff like that. And why the fuck are you here? Because I'm the type of person, I'm gonna tell you, go with your supervisor to let me back here to see what my kids is doing, because that's stupid to me. I don't like that. I'm not gonna like that. And I mean, this is flat out stupid, because whether grandma has the code and just went back there and checked and got the kid, or this or that or a third, like, y'all gonna know who went back there, right? Like, the parents have the codes. But on they flip side, I guess it's like, well, if everybody give out the code and people just come in here and just taking kids or whatever, we don't know who's back there, so we will have them maybe show their ID or be like, oh, well, their mother came and got their kid or something like that. I don't know. I never really had that problem where they had me show my ID or nothing like that, because I come in here every damn day. So I'm just the type of person that, go get your supervisor, because I'm not going to show you my ID because I know these are my kids. Like, that's just retarded. Like, that, it just don't make no sense to me. It makes sense, but it don't make sense to me. It's not nothing that I feel like the parents should have their codes, and to stop stuff like that, you should have to make the parents sit here and be like, well, you could give this code to this person, or the grandma has to sign them out or sign them in or whatever at the front, like, or like a school, they have to sign them in and sign them out, unless the school know you and the school know you, they just be like, oh, well, yeah, whatever, and let you back. Like, even the schools do that. Even if the schools had the doors locked out, because like Carter and Crystal, they school is like locked out. or you have to go sign them in and stuff like that, and they have a police. One of them is locked, like it's actually a lock, and they can see you on the camera. And the other one you have to sign in. Both of them, when you come, they be like, oh hey, when they know you, and they just let you back. It's never that stupid shit like I put in my code and come back like open up the door so I get my kid. Duh, like, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Then when you come here to check on your child, it's like, well, why are you up here? Why the fuck is it an issue, or why the fuck I'm up here? I want to see what the hell my kid's doing. I want to make sure that they're okay, because clearly we're having these issues with my child. But that's not even just with this daycare. That's with any daycare. I'm going to come and want to check on my kid and see how my kid is doing a day-to-day basis. If I go, and normally when I go and look at them, like Jaxon, say for instance, they don't be doing nothing to them. Like I haven't seen them do anything to them, but it's still a sense of trust that you have to have with a daycare, and sometimes you just want to check on your kids. Everything's going on in these daycares, whether they have cameras or not. Everything's going on in daycares. Cameras have blind spots. Some cameras don't have sound. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that's going on. But yeah, the second visit with him, it just was like we don't have no issues going on. He told us about the AVA program. He told us about Julian going to a different class, and he told us about that door lock code shit. I would never like that, and I'm not gonna sit here and stunt. And that's probably a rule with all of the daycares, but me as a parent, I don't like that shit. And dealing with what we're dealing with, I don't like that shit. And again, if anybody knows of any daycares that does this type of stuff at home, please drop it down in the comments and let me know. I think I have found 2 that will come to the household. It's 1 that I like that don't come to the household that I'll have to go to them. That's in North Little Rock, but I have found 2 that come in the household, and that's just a whole, like, another course of paperwork and stuff that I would have to sit here and do. So I'm thinking about it. But if y'all know any ABA in Arkansas, if y'all are from Arkansas and y'all have a kid with autism, y'all know ABA that can be done at home, let me know down in the comments, because we haven't had no problems, but if something else happened, I keep them in there. But also, a lot of people saying down in the comments that, oh, well, I'll take my kid out. This is not just my decision. This is me and my husband talk about this, and that's kind of why they was in building bridges for so long, just because I had been ready to take them out. Like, when you building bridges, I wouldn't tell nobody send a dog to building bridges, especially building bridges in Cabot. Don't even send a dog to building bridges. Just flat out, period, point blank, pull. Don't even send a dog there. This daycare, I just will sit here and say that it's hit and miss. We haven't had no recent problems with them. Like I said, the DM, he is really, like, yeah, I don't know how much that man making, but that man need to be making more money than what he making. Like, he's that good, and if I don't like somebody, if they rub me the wrong way, I just don't like people no more. But he seemed cool, and he seemed like he actually care about, you know, the people and stuff like that. But yeah, that's like the update, the 2-part update. I will let you guys know after our next meeting and when Julian changes classes how it goes. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, be down with the gang. Peace.